Another day, another story. How could 115 people just vanish? The origins of one of America's oldest unsolved mysteries can be traced to August 1587, when a group of about 115 English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. Following an earlier, failed attempt at settlement on Roanoke 2 years earlier, these colonists intended to form the first permanent English outpost in the New World. The lost colony of Roanoke refers to the early English settlement on Roanoke Island in present-day North Carolina. In 1587, a group of English colonists, led by John White, established the Roanoke Colony. John White returned to England to get more supplies, but due to various circumstances, including the Anglo-Spanish War and other delays, he was unable to return until 1590. When White returned, he found the colony abandoned, and the only clue left was the word CROATOAN, carved into a post, and CRO, carved into a tree. The disappearance of the Roanoke colonists has remained a historical mystery, and numerous theories have been proposed to explain their fate. Some of the popular theories include assimilation with local Native American tribes, starvation, disease, or attacks by indigenous peoples. The word CROATOAN led to speculation that the colonists may have moved to CROATOAN Island, now Hatteras Island, where the CROATOAN tribe lived. However, due to bad weather and other circumstances, White was unable to investigate further. Despite various attempts to solve the mystery, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains unclear, and the disappearance of the lost colony continues to be one of the enduring mysteries in American history. The lack of conclusive evidence has fueled numerous theories and speculations, but historians and archaeologists have yet to definitively determine what happened to the settlers of Roanoke. Chronicles of the Vanished. In 1587, the Roanoke colony embarked on a daring venture into the unexplored wilderness of the New World. Led by the charismatic John White, the settlers faced challenges ranging from harsh weather to strained relations with local Native American tribes. When John White left for England to secure crucial supplies, he never anticipated the series of events that would unfold during his absence. As White returned to Roanoke in 1590, the settlement seemed frozen in time. The once bustling community now stood deserted, with nature beginning to reclaim the structures. The only signs of life were the mysterious carvings, CROATOAN, on a post and CRO, on a tree. Determined to unravel the fate of his people, White embarked on a journey into the heart of the unknown. Unbeknownst to White, a powerful ancient artifact, hidden deep within the Roanoke settlement, had transported the colonists to an alternate dimension. In this otherworldly realm, the settlers forged alliances with strange beings, learned ancient secrets, and built a society unlike anything seen on Earth. Meanwhile, back in the real world, the search for the lost colony intensified. Historical records hinted at the existence of a mystical force tied to the disappearance, drawing the attention of a secret society dedicated to uncovering the mysteries of the past. As John White delves deeper into the supernatural, he discovers that the colonists' fate is intertwined with a cosmic balance that could determine the destiny of both worlds. The story unfolds as White must navigate through time and space, battling both earthly challenges and otherworldly forces, to reunite with the lost colony and restore the delicate equilibrium between dimensions. This fictional take blends historical mystery with elements of fantasy and science fiction, adding a creative spin to the enduring enigma of the Roanoke colony's disappearance. Whispers of the Forgotten. In an alternate timeline, the Roanoke colony didn't vanish without a trace. Instead, the settlers stumbled upon a hidden portal to a parallel world, a land untouched by European influence. This mysterious realm was a lush and vibrant paradise, inhabited by magical creatures and guided by ancient, benevolent forces. As John White returned to Roanoke in 1590, he found not an abandoned settlement but a thriving, harmonious community existing in both worlds simultaneously. The colonists had forged a symbiotic relationship with the magical realm, learning its secrets and living in peace with its inhabitants. The colonists, now with enhanced abilities granted by the magical energies of their new home, faced a dilemma. They had come to cherish their newfound paradise and the magical bonds formed with its denizens. The carvings, CROATOAN, and CRO, served as markers not of departure but as a deliberate message, revealing the existence of the magical portal. John White, torn between the two worlds, had to make a choice. Should he reveal the existence of this magical realm to the outside world, potentially exposing it to exploitation and destruction, or should he safeguard the secret, allowing the settlers to remain hidden from the tumultuous events unfolding in the European-dominated colonies. As White grapples with his decision, a shadowy organization from the Old World catches wind of the magical portal. Fueled by a desire for power and control, they embark on a perilous journey to uncover the secrets of Roanoke. The colonists must now protect their home from an impending threat, and John White must navigate the complexities of loyalty, sacrifice, and the consequences of revealing a world beyond imagination. Whispers of the Forgotten weaves together elements of fantasy, magic, and historical mystery to explore the choices that shape destinies and the hidden realms that may exist just beyond the edge of our understanding. Chronicles of the Echoing Silence. In this alternate tale, the Roanoke colony didn't disappear but experienced a temporal anomaly that trapped them in a parallel timeline. As John White returned to Roanoke in 1590, he found the colony frozen in time, suspended in an eerie silence. The settlers, unaware of the temporal shift, lived their lives in a looping sequence, reliving the same events over and over. The carvings, CROATOAN, and CRO, held the key to breaking the time loop. Each time the settlers carved these messages, a ripple echoed through time, but they remained trapped. Upon his return, John White discovered the temporal anomaly and embarked on a quest to unravel its mysteries. With the help of an enigmatic figure from a distant future, he learned that the temporal disturbance was linked to an ancient artifact buried deep within Roanoke. As John White and his companions delved into the secrets of the artifact, they uncovered a cosmic conspiracy that threatened not only the Roanoke colony but the fabric of time itself. The settlers' actions had inadvertently attracted the attention of beings from a temporal dimension, seeking to manipulate history for their own purposes. The story unfolds as John White and a group of unlikely allies, including individuals from different epochs, race against time to free the Roanoke colony from the temporal loop and thwart the cosmic manipulators. They navigate through temporal landscapes, encountering echoes of the past and glimpses of possible futures, all while facing the moral dilemma of altering history. Chronicles of the Echoing Silence blends elements of time travel, mystery, and cosmic intrigue, exploring the consequences of actions across different timelines and the resilience of a community caught in the echoes of history. Veil of Shadows. In this mystical rendition of the Roanoke mystery, the colony didn't vanish entirely but entered a hidden dimension known as the Veil of Shadows. As John White returned to Roanoke in 1590, he discovered that the settlers were existing in a parallel realm, veiled from the perception of the ordinary world. The Veil of Shadows was a realm where time flowed differently, and the colonists found themselves entwined with supernatural forces. The carvings, CROATOAN, and CRO, acted as protective symbols, keeping the veil hidden from unwanted entities that sought to exploit its mystical energies. John White, attuned to the magical forces at play, realized that the veil was a delicate balance between light and darkness. Unbeknownst to the colonists, an ancient malevolent entity sought to breach the veil and unleash its shadows upon the world. As White delved into the secrets of the veil, he uncovered an ancient prophecy foretelling a chosen one who could either save or doom the colonists and the veil itself. The settlers, unaware of the impending threat, were living in a realm where their thoughts shaped reality, and their collective consciousness influenced the delicate balance. The story follows John White's quest to unravel the prophecy, locate the chosen one, and prepare the colonists for an impending battle against the encroaching shadows. Along the way, they encounter magical beings, ancient guardians, and the remnants of lost civilizations existing within the veil. Veil of Shadows weaves together elements of magic, prophecy, and interdimensional intrigue as John White and the colonists confront the impending darkness, exploring the themes of sacrifice, destiny, and the mystical connection between the ordinary and the extraordinary. John White's departure and the Spanish Armada. Later that year, it was decided that John White, governor of the new colony, would sail back to England in order to gather a fresh load of supplies. But just as he arrived, a major naval war broke out between England and Spain, and Queen Elizabeth I called on every available ship to confront the mighty Spanish Armada. In August 1590, White finally returned to Roanoke, where he had left his wife and daughter, his infant granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas, and the other settlers 3 long years before. He found no trace of the colony or its inhabitants, and few clues to what might have happened, apart from a single word, CROATOAN, carved into a wooden post. Was the lost colony of Roanoke ever found? Investigations into the fate of the lost colony of Roanoke have continued over the centuries, but no one has come up with a satisfactory answer. CROATOAN was the name of an island south of Roanoke that was home to a Native American tribe of the same name. Perhaps, then, the colonists were killed or abducted by Native Americans. Other hypotheses hold that they tried to sail back to England on their own and got lost at sea, that they met a bloody end at the hands of Spaniards who had marched up from Florida, or that they moved further inland and were absorbed into a friendly tribe. In 2007, efforts began to collect and analyze DNA from local families to figure out if they're related to the Roanoke settlers, local Native American tribes, or both. Despite the lingering mystery, it seems there's one thing to be thankful for. The lessons learned at Roanoke may have helped the next group of English settlers, who would found their own colony 17 years later just a short distance to the north, at Jamestown. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.